Welcome everyone. This is the next lecture in the series we are running, expected question for CSAT 2024. We believe we have gone through the last lectures as well. We claim only two things in this series. If you go through, if you can only two things. If you can go through these questions, you can understand them in content and logic. You will qualify CSAT 2024 and beyond with 99%. Okay. And second claim, which Lukmaan IAS makes, you will not get a question out of these questions. When I say out of this question, meaning other than this question, in only logical content, not verbatim. 99% in CSAT 2024, both quant and reasoning part, you will get out of these our lectures. We say with again 99% probability, 1% we do not want to claim. Okay, before that, some logistics. Lukmaan IAS is running this program. This is a wonderful program, right? It's a 10-month long classroom practice program. You can enroll here, right? There is a self-assessment test on 8th of July. Please register for it. And we want to emphasize it again. You are going to get the best quality for CSAT in UPSC coaching space. These are not going to be bank PO or let's say SSC classes. No. We will discuss very limited content but high quality content. So that you value your time, because CSAT, see, now the situation is, if you qualify CSAT, you qualify prelims. The CSAT has gone so, you know, in 2023 it was so difficult. CSAT 2024 is going to be more difficult, and you cannot do without CSAT, and we will make sure you do well. Okay, now please question directly. Let's see. We will start with. Okay, let's start with this question. Okay, see, these questions are difficult, no doubt. But if you can think like that, if our idea is to help you, refine your thought process. Now, what this question says, there are two passengers, Raja and Praja, and they have 60 kg luggage between them. And for extra luggage, they are charged 1200 and so rupees. And had the luggage belonged to one of them, it would have been 5400 rupees. So you generally know every airlines provide some free allowance and some excess allowance. For excess allowance, not allowance, for excess luggage you have to pay. So let's say this is the excess luggage of Raja and this is the excess luggage of Praja. And all these four numbers, because free luggage would be same. If the airline, it will not discriminate between free luggage of Raja and Praja. So both are same. So these four numbers should add to 60, right? That is one thing you have been given, because they both have 60. Second thing they are saying, let's say if the luggage belong only to one of them, then the extra luggage charge would have been 5400 rupees, right? This is one thing. Let's say luggage belong to only to Raja, then Raja will have some free, that is free plus full luggage. He has to pay, and that would be charged 5400. Okay, now you will think, see, in examination, you always remember, CSAT or any other good aptitude examination is not about equations. It is about analysis. Although the mental process is same in equation. In equation, you do algebraic thing, right? When you do analysis, you do an active thinking. That is what. Always remember that. So the moment you see, if you think, you will make equation, you will assume that there is some weight and this multiplied into, because what they have given, excess weight charges for Raja was 1200 and for Praja it was 2400. So if you believe you will make equation multiplying, no, you are going to be, in trouble. How you will think? See, the moment you think, okay, this is my excess luggage of Raja and this is of, charges for Raja and this for Praja, you will say, okay, free allowance is same for both of them. And he's paying 1200 rupees, he's paying the foot. So this luggage has to be twice of that. So what you will say, axis of Raja into 2 is the axis of Praja. Otherwise, that's why Praja is paying twice. Otherwise, Praja will pay so much money. This is one analysis. And second analysis is, you will say 2F plus ER plus EP is equal to 60 kg. Okay. But do not go into equation solving. So the question is, what is weight of Praja luggage? So you have to identify Praja luggage. So this total weight. One thing will come to your mind, that it has to be less than 60 kg. You can start with options. See, okay, now option solving comes into picture. It should be the last tool, but it is a very, very handy tool. Without option, with options, with option approach, you can solve even in CSAT almost 1/3 paper. But remember one thing, solving with option is an approach which comes after a lot of practice. When you practice a lot, that sensibility will develop. Second thing I would like to say, whenever you choose options, choose, mid one. Again, I do not want to go into statistics, but this is an important thing. Let's say you choose some option. You chose 30 kg, and with this choosing this option, you could satisfy the conditions. If you're not, then it is fine. Then you will say, okay, this is my answer. If you're not able to satisfy, at least you will get analysis whether you should take large value or small value. Okay, that is the logic. See, it is not some trick or trickery. It is the logic. See, whenever you are choosing from options, try to take beach value. See, when I say beach option means, let's say weights are given 20, 25, 30, 35. So you will take either 25, 30. Let's say option one like this. Let's say somebody write it 20A, 35B, 45, and 30. Okay. Then I will take here again. I will start with either A or C. I am more interested in value, not the ordering of the option. Okay, this thing is clear. Second thing, let's say sometimes you find two parts of this question. This question has two parts. So generally, what you have to do, you have to start with the second part. Why? Because see, when the examiner is setting the question, there is a thought. The examiner put some thought in this part and some part. So generally, thought ends there. So you are now doing reverse engineering. So you have to pick that thought from the last part. Always remember this rule. If you will keep this thing in mind, you will find, if you go with this tool in the CSAT examination, your many problems are resolved. Now, give it this background, we will start with the second part. The second part of the question says, what is the, okay, here there is a correction. See what happened, this examination, this was a, typo error. So the question, what is the access luggage, okay, of one of them. Access luggage of one of them. Okay, one of Raja, right? Of Raja. Okay, so this was the typo error because they were. So now you will say, how I can take? Let me start with options. So what was your setting? There was free allowance and access allowance, right? Access allowance of Raja and free allowance plus access allowance of Praja. Fine. Now you will say, okay, let us start with 15 kg. Okay, you will say, okay, let me pick up option 15 kg. You say, okay, my access allowance of this is 15 kg. Then Praja has to be 30 kg only, right? 15 and 30 kg. Okay, this is 45 kg ho gaya yahan pe. Remaining kitna bacha? 15 kg. So both of them has to be 7.5 and 7.5. Okay, because total weight is 60 kg. Now you will say, okay, now this is the situation. Now this can be, but you will say, let's say if the luggage belongs only to one of them. So you will say, okay, let me make it belong to Raja. Then you will say, okay, Raja's fixed weight will be 7.5. Access would be how much now? 60 minus 7.5. That is how much? 52.5. Now 52.5 belongs to Raja. And for that, he has to pay. When 15 kg belonged to him, he paid how much? For 15 kg, he paid 1200 rupees, right? Now, if the weight is how much? 52.5. Kitne time se iska 52.5 iska? For 15 3 45, 15 3 45 and 3.5, right? 3.5 kg. So you will say, okay, how much is it for 15 kg he was paying 1200 rupees. For 52.5, how much you will pay? 1200 into 3.5. That would be how much? Tell me. 3600 to 4200, right? So that is not your 5400 which is given in the question. So you will say, no, things are not working here. So now you will move backward. You might move even forward, but let's say you move backward. So you are putting now 10 kg here. Let's say this is 10 kg, again 1200 rupees for this. If it is 10, then it has to be 20, right? Because this axle luggage of Praja was twice. So this is 10 kg, this is 20, 30 ho gaya yahan pe. Remaining kitna bacha? 30. So both 15 kg will belong here. Okay, 15 kg. Now this is fine. Now you will try to satisfy the second condition. See, the crux of this question is how to satisfy the second question. if you are going to make equation and all those things, question उड़ जाएगा, right? It will not happen at all. आपका mind clutter हो जाएगा. The only way you can think is just set the value. So you get 5400. Let's say now the free allowance is 5400 and the excess luggage belongs, full luggage belongs to Raja. So if the 15 kg is the free allowance, then how much would be your excess luggage? 45 kg, right? 45 kg. Now you have to calculate the charges for 45 kg. If for 10 kg he is paying how much? 1200 rupees. For 45 kg, how much he will pay? 1200 into 4.5. How much it is? 4800 plus 600. Right? That comes to be 5400. Okay. Then you will congratulate yourself and you will say 10 kg belong to him. So this is fine. Right? Excess luggage kitna ho jayega? 10 ka, one of them, right? In the other case. Now let's go to the first part. What is the weight of Praja luggage? Now that's very simple. See, now that's what I said. If there is a thought, if you have solved second part, immediately you will come to the Praja. Praja is how much? Free plus excess of Praja. And free plus excess of Raja. Excess of Raja is 10 kg, right? This is 10 kg, this is 15 kg. So this will be again 15 kg. And how much it will be? 20 kg. Right? 15 plus 20 is how much? 35. So this is your D part. Difficult question, no doubt, but see, what is the outcome of this is that you have exposed your mind to something difficult, something rigorous. If the mind will, keep revolving in that easy question, level 1, level 2 question, no. Expose it to, difficult. Because see, your competitors, who are going to be your competitors, who are going to get selected, those who have some elite background, they have already done that. So why not to expose yourself to such rigorous studies? Fine. Let's say a very similar question to this appeared in CSAT 2023. You remember there was a question. There was a player who has to score some 100 runs using singles, boundaries and sixes. Very similar thought is appearing here. What they are saying? That 1 miso, 10 miso and 50 miso. This is currency. And in how many ways you have to pay 107. So what you have, let's say 1 miso is X, 10 miso is Y, and your 50 miso is Z. So you have to make 107. So what you have to identify? Not the value of X, Y, Z. How many combination of X, Y, Z will make 107? Right? Let's take one combination. Let's say X is equal to 107. So Y and Z has to be 0. Right? Y and Z would be 0. So this way you will look for. Now the question is, again, this is a question of analysis. How you will approach? Start with this can be practice. Start with the largest number. So you will say, okay, now Z can take what values? Z can take 2. If Z can take 2, or Z can take 1, or Z can take 0. Right? These can be 3 cases. Why taking Z first? Because Z accumulates a lot of matter. Let's say Z is equal to 2. So आपका 100 यहीं से आ गया. Okay. So Z is equal to 2. So 100 यहाँ से आ गया. Then Y can be anything? No. Y has to be 0 because if you 100 plus even 1, 100 plus 10 भी करोगे तो उससे ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So Y has to be 0 only. So your X has to be what value? X will take 7. So this is one combination. इसके अलावा और कोई combination हो सकता है? No. Why? Because see Z you cannot vary. Y cannot be more than 0. So this is only one case. So this is one case. Fine. Now comes to Z is equal to 1. So if Z is equal to 1, your Y could be 0. Let's imagine Y is 0. So how much is remaining? 50. 50 यहाँ से आ गया. Z is equal to 1 से. Y कितना है? 0 लिया आपने 50. X कितना हो जाएगा? 57. Right. So this is fine. So now you got 57. Now you will, okay. Z तो आपको 1 ही रखना है. Let's say Y is equal to 1. So आपका कितना हो गया? 50 plus 10, 60. So यहाँ कितना होगा? 47. Right? See, now you got the pattern. See, in CSAT examination or you have to identify the pattern. Mathematics is all about identifying patterns. You will say, okay, now you will vary 37, 3. That has to be 1, right? 4, 1, 27, 17, then 7, 5, 1. Let's say this is 50. Again, 5 by the 50, 50, then 70. How many cases? Total 6 cases. Fine. Now, let's say Z is equal to 0. Your Y could be 0. So this will be 107. That is, X is getting 107. Fine. Now, let's say you cannot vary Z. Let's say now you take Y is equal to 1. If you take Y is equal to 1, this will be 97. because y is equal to 1 means 10 here plus 97. Then 0 comma, now you got the pattern, right? This way you will keep on varying. This will remain 0. This will go up to where? 10. It can go 11, no. The moment you take 11, it will be 110, that will be more than that. Fine. This can be 10, this can be 7. How many total cases? 11 cases. So 11 plus 6, 17 or 18. See the answer. See, similar questions he said ask him. Now you have to understand, this question like this are going to come. This is you cannot do it by trickery or some guesswork. No, you have to think. So you know what they are going to get in CSAT 2024, and without qualifying CSAT 2024, I believe it is going to now you can simply say it. If you qualify CSAT, you qualify right means. That is more or less your algebraic equation. Fine. Let's see this question. Shop stores X kg of rice and customer buys first half kg plus first buys half of this and plus half a kg rice. The second also does the same way and the third also does the same way, right? And then they are saying there is no rice left in the. So what is happening? First customer came, he took half plus half kg. Okay, then he's done. Second customer came, of the remaining part he took half and half kg. Then third customer came, of the remaining he took half and half kg, and then all rice is gone. And they are asking which of them could be that amount of rice. So you will say, okay, these are not exact number. Let's say it is exact number, then you can try options, or you will say no, this is going to. Then you will think, okay, why not make equation? Okay, let us try equation. I will show you why equation could be trouble. First customer took how much? Half plus half kg. Okay, this is very clear. First में कोई problem नहीं है. You took half and half kg. How much is remaining? X minus this part. So I'm just writing, X minus will be remaining. Right. That is how much? Again, X minus 2 plus half. Okay. This is remaining. Fine. And the second customer will take half of this and plus half. Okay, sorry. This will be half now. This will be half. So this will be half. Okay. Because this is, he has already taken. So, and plus half of this plus half kg. That would be how much? X plus 4 minus 1 by 4 plus half kg. How much it is? X by 4 plus 1 by 4. Okay. So this is the first customer, this is second customer. Now what you have to do? For the third customer, what you will do? X minus this thing. X by 2 plus half plus X by 4 plus 1 by 4. You will subtract it, and then now you can see you are entering into trouble. You will subtract it, and then you will take the half of that. Then you will add half. Then you will write that number here. Let's say you write that number here. Then what you will do? You will say this all number minus my original number was X. If you subtract, what you will say, X minus this thing. Okay, is 0. Right. Let me just remove it so that you understand. And this, I'm assuming that this is Z, and you have calculated. Can you see the trouble you are getting into? Although you can solve it, right? But you will end up solving only in 10 minutes. You will end up solving it, and if you make some mistake in X, you are gone. So what is the solution? But see, always remember, aptitude examination are going to get have question like this, and somewhere, if my understanding goes well, somewhere in 2000 set 2025, 26, if not 2024, 25 में तो इस तरह question आने आना है, no doubt. So there is something called sensibility which comes with practice. One sensibility will tell you this thing will happen only with the odd numbers. Let's say if your rice initial quantity is even number, this will not happen. Let us try with a number. Let's say 10 is there. Initial quantity was 10. Somebody took half. How much is? Half ले लिया plus half kg ले लिया. Okay, this is first customer. How much is remaining? 4.5. Now you take 4.5 का half is how much? 2.25. Plus half है उसमें ऐड कर लीजिए. इसमें half ऐड करोगे 2.75 हो गया. अब जो third customer होगा, he will take these two. That is how much? 7.567, 8.25, right? 8.25 minus 10. That will be 1.75. So you will say 1.75 का half लेगा and plus half kg. You can see if you subtract this number from 10, it is not going to be 0. In fact, this is never going to happen for an even number. So see, now suppose you're watching this lecture first time. So this has gone in your mind first time. But if you practice, you practice with thought, then you must know this fact. This is, without this tool, you cannot enter into CSAT 2024. Then see, you will say to your, okay, you say a question like this, so this happened with odd numbers only, and immediately you will say, okay, you will say where my odd number can lie. You will say, okay, odd number can lie here as well. So you can say, what will my odd number 5, right? Here also odd number 7. Here also odd number 11. Here also odd number 13, right? You have to check for 4 numbers. See, now your work has gone where, work is, curtailed. So you will say, I will check one of them. Again, you will apply that rule. Let's say you start with 7. 7 से आपने start किया. So first customer, how much it took? Half plus half kg more. That is 4 kg. How much is remaining now? 2 kg. Sorry, 3 kg is remaining. The second will take half. That is 1.5 plus half kg. That is how much? 4, 5, 6. Okay, now 2 has taken 6 kg. How much is remaining? 1 kg. So third one will take half plus 0.5 kg. Okay, this is equal to 7 kg. This total, you can see 7 kg, or 7 minus 7 would be 0. You will concentrate yourself, and this is the only way you can approach. See, I'm not saying that you cannot do this part. You can do, but again, this is not. See, this is only just class 10s, making equations. If you think like this, you can. This is, high cognitive skill. So try to accustom your mind to this kind of thought process. Okay. So now we will move to second question. See, we are investing time, but we hope that we will leave no stone unturned. Okay, we will leave, we will turn every stone to help you qualify CSAT 2024. And we do not want to flood you with many lectures. No, few lectures, but very, very quality lectures. 3 consecutive positive integers are raised to the power so 1, 2, 3, and then added. The sum so obtained is perfect square. Okay, then what they are saying, the square root of this, perfect square root of this perfect square is again the sum of those 3 numbers. Then which of the best could be here? Again, very, see, whenever you get 3 consecutive numbers, so make this a habit. Take in the value of x minus 1, x, and x minus plus 1, right? So what they are saying, are raised to the power first, second, and third. You get a number which is a perfect square. Okay, this is the condition. And the second thing, if you take the square root of that perfect square, that is p, that is equal to the sum of these 3 numbers. How much it is? X minus 1 plus x, right? That would be 3x. Now, are you going to put 3x in that and going to solve it? You are moving into cubic equation. Let's say you put 3x there, right? So this will be cubic equation and done. So what is the option? Again, see, why am I sharing these questions? These questions are very, let's say you see the spectrum of quantitative questions in aptitude examination. These questions are very high-end questions. And one day in CSAT, even 2024, the professors who are coming, they're the best professors this country has, right? They know this idea and they want, they're looking for the best aspirant. So they are going to test you for these ideas. So what is the option? See, this is not the option solving algebraic equation. The option is again sensibilities and practice. Now with hit and trial, see what happens. See, if you see this number plus 5q, what is happening here? How much it is? 3 plus 16 plus 3 plus 16 plus 125 is equal to 144, and 144 is equal to 12 square. Okay. And 12 is equal to 3 plus 4 plus 5, 5, 4, 9 or 12. So here it's satisfied and it is coming between 3. 3 kahan pe aayega? 3 is somewhere, right, option A. Because they are looking for the minimum, which minimum of these integers. Now somebody will say, okay, this is, you saw some book and you are just, see, I can solve, I can even solve a cubic equation, but is that going to help you? No. What is going to help you? See, to keep this thing in mind, just, isko rat lo, ki this thing is equal to 12 square. Because for a number theorist, it is a very, very precious, it's a treasure. But for CSAT aspirant, you must know this thing. Okay, 3, 4, 5 is a very unique number. If you take the history power, it becomes 12 square. And this particular property that you are raising 3 consecutive number to their, 1, 2, and 3 powers, and the sum is also equal to their perfect square. This is a very unique property, and this happens with 3, 4, 5. Just write low score, and somewhere you will see it will help you. Now, let's see this question. This is again very tricky question. What they are saying, you have looked for the positive integers. Okay, such that b is greater than a, and this is what is happening. 1 upon a plus 1 upon b. Let me write it. 1 upon a plus 1 upon b is equal to 1 upon 9. Fine. Now they are looking for, see, they have not even given pair, they are looking for the number of pairs. Now it is going to, see, you can approach this question various ways. One way is you will try to think, see, one idea will come to your mind immediately. Okay, the two number sum has to be, 1 upon 9. So both a and b has to be either 9 or greater than 9. Let's say this is 9. So then b has to be 0. This is undefined. So you will say both a and b has to be greater than 9. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं चाहिए. This should come very immediately, right? Because in fraction the number decreases, and you have to add those two numbers. Second observation might be 1 upon 9 is equal to 0.111. So let's say the reciprocal of number, like let's say 1 upon 3 is 0.333, 1 upon 5 0.2, and 1 upon 7 0.148. If you're if those tools are well embedded, and you are very quick, fast with those computational skills. See, when I say fast with computational skills, it does not mean that SSC and bank. No, that skill is fast. Let's say you're just knowing square. No. When I say high level computative skills, that sometimes somebody says I know the cube till 30. See, that is not that is a skill, that is a practice. But skills come when you can do analysis. Analysis is a high skill. Let's say somebody says I know all the cubes till 35. Wonderful thing, congratulate him. But can you do this analysis? Can you think, okay, how my A should be, how much B should be, how much, and can you try to predict the number? So that is one way. If you're very very good in analysis, then immediately it will come to your mind, okay, I have to look two numbers such a way that it could be 1 upon 9. So that is one way. See what I'm trying to say? Some people with very, very practice will identify those numbers. Let's say you are not that level. What you will do then? You will take, you might try, solving this 1 upon 9 minus 1 upon a. Then you will say how much it is? A minus 9 upon 9a. This implies b is how much? 9a upon a minus 9, right? So you have to look for these things. See, why I've taken b this side, not a? Because I know b is greater than a. So it will be convenient for me to now take numbers. I know both a and b has to be greater than 9. Let me start with a is equal to 10. If I start a is equal to 10, so how much it is? 1, 9 into 10 is equal to 90. So my b is equal to 90, and both are integer. I will congratulate myself because both are positive integer and b is equal to 9. This is one pair. Fantastic. Then I will go to after 11, 12. I will say, okay, if I take 12, 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. So 9 into 12, because a is 12 and 3. So you will say, okay, you will say, okay, 36, my b is 36. So this is one pair. The second pair would be 36 and this was 12. Then you will say, okay, wonderful, right? Second pair. Now you will move forward. 12, after 13 you will go, okay, 13 you will say, okay, 9 into 13 and this is coming 4. You will see that will come with practice. See, वहाँ पे लिखना नहीं exam में. You will not write 9 into 13 upon let's say 13 minus 9 is equal to 4. No. आपको ऐसे लिखना चाहिए, कोई divide नहीं होगा. So you will skip 13. At 14 also you will say, okay, no, 14 minus 5, 9, and 5 is not going to divide. Then you will go 16. 16 minus 9, 7. You will say, okay, 7 is a prime number. It is not going to divide. 17, you will say 17 minus 9 is how much? 8. Okay. Then you will say, okay, 17 again is a prime and 9 no. Then you will come to 18. 18 minus 9 is how much? 9, right? Then you will say 9 into 18 upon 9. It will be 18 minus 9. That is again 9. So you will say, okay, this will cancel out. So you will say, okay, 18 is my another pair. Okay, you will say, okay, I have identified 3 pairs. then you will look for more number of pair. Let's say you go to 19. If you go to 19, here how much you get? 9 into 19 upon 10. So this value is, see, the moment you read there, you will say, okay, how much, see, let's say how much your B is less than, this is 1.9, this is less than 18. So you will say, okay, if I take any number greater than 19, this condition is not going to satisfy. So within 10 and 18, I have found 3 pairs, and that's why your answer would be 3. Very, very interesting question, right? Can you see? इसमें कोई trickery नहीं है, no? That analysis has gone into solving this question. Fine. Okay. Now again, this question, the product of two positive numbers is 616. Okay. You will say, okay, 6y is equal to 616. See, in examination, there are some questions which are called let go question. If you do those question, let go means even aptitude exam में आपको identify करना है कुछ question मुझे नहीं करना है. So this is one of those questions. You have to be very, very proficient in numbers, otherwise do not touch such questions. So this is what they are saying. If the ratio of the difference of their cubes, so difference of their cubes to their difference is equal to 157 by 3. Then the sum of these two numbers, they are asking what is x plus y. Okay, x plus y is what out of these. Okay, so now you can see, suppose somebody says I'm going to put this number, make algebraic equation, you're gone, done, right? So what is the approach? I understand it is a very difficult question, but see, even let's say you do not complete this question, but you do the analysis. What you will say? Okay, you will say, okay, I have to take these two numbers and their product has to be 616. So the first thing will come to your mind, let us take me factors. This will come very naturally. इसमें इतना तो आना ही चाहिए. Then you will say, okay, 308. 3 will not give a factor, right? 4 into 154. Okay. This way you will take the factors, and if I can recall well, the last factor would be 22 into 28. How it came to my mind? It comes with practice, don't worry. No, see, sometimes your calculation in fraction becomes a part of your memory. Let's say you are adding numbers 67, 76 day in and day out. Okay, so one way is somebody will write 13, right? 143. Another is it will come automatically. You will see 67, 76. You will say, okay, it is 143. So it is just a matter of practice. So now you will say, okay, I have to take x and y in such a way so that I get this number. So you will say, okay, I'm going to try all these numbers. You will say, no, this I cannot do in examination. That's why this question is, very, very, but what you can tell yourself, okay, what this ratio is? This ratio is how much? 5, 52.333. So you will say, okay, my fractions are like this. So let's take, you take first number, 616 ka whole cube minus 1. What will your 616 whole cube minus 1? 616 minus 1. Okay, cube. Okay, this I have to write cube. Huh? Okay, sorry, just change your word. A cube of it has to be cube only. So you will say, okay, you will say no, this number is not going to be 616 ka whole cube minus 1 upon 615 ka whole cube. You will say this number is not going to be 52.6. So let's say, if you keep on trying, see, you will not try for every number. You will tell yourself through sensibility that both these x and y has to be close. So you will look for the last two fractions. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this number is 14 into 44. Right, आप check कर लो. It is correct. मान लीजिए 440 into 88, 16, right, and 16. Yes. So this, this is one more fraction. So you will say, okay, one of them I will check, and when you will check that this will come for this number. Okay. See, because see, sum is changing in every number. Here the sum is 617. So okay, throw option will also help you. You will say, why I have to look for all these numbers, right? These numbers are very large. I have to look for the where the sum is approximately. So you will say, okay, here the sum is how much? 58. 44 plus 14, 58 is there. Okay, you will say, okay, let me check for this one. And here 50. Okay, so you will try it. Then also, doing this is difficult. What you have to check, 28Q minus 22Q upon 28 minus 22 ka whole Q. This number has to be, closer to 52.33. So you are not going to solve it. So calculation, you have to develop those sensibility. You will say, okay, yes, then you will take a wild guess. Or you will, if you can solve question like this, you will, you're in the best, I will say, quantitatively, in quantitative aptitude, you are best in this country. Okay. If you are not able to solve it, no problem. With practice, you will solve it. Let's see this question. If x, y, and z are non-negative integers such that x plus 9 is equal to z, y plus 1 is equal to z, and these three conditions are given, then the maximum possible value of 2x plus y. Now you will say, okay, so the moment, see, when you see the equation, let's say I'm looking at this equation, x plus 9 is equal to z and y plus 1 is equal to z. Your mind should not go into, okay, let us subtract this equation from that. No, I should tell myself, okay, if I add x, something, 9 in x, I'll reach z. If I add only 1 in y, I reach z. So this means if I add x plus 8, I will reach y. See, this is the way you have to think about equation. One way, you will subtract, let's say x minus y, let's say what you can do, x plus 9 minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. And then you will say x minus y is equal to 8. Sorry. Yes, sorry, you will say y minus 8 or y minus x is equal to 8. You will say this thing. This is, see, here your thought process is lost. Your mind was not active. You are doing algebra, right? Here your mind is active. You're thinking. See, I am emphasizing what this is what you look for in aptitude examination. Here, what you're telling yourself, if I add 8 in x, I will reach z. So, sorry, I will add in x, I will reach y. Fine. And this condition is given, then they are asking for maximum possible value of this. And the condition are they are non-negative integer. So let us take cases. Okay, let us, again, here, you cannot solve it by, wild guess. This is your x, y, z, and what else you have to check for? X plus y and y plus z plus 5. Okay. The condition you are given is that this number is greater than this, and so and so. See, these two are equality, so you can take any number. So, but positive. Let us start with x is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1, then your y has to be how much? 9, because x plus 8 is equal to y. 9, and z is one of x, so this will 10. Okay, any problem? So x plus y would be how much? Here 10, z plus 5 would be 15. So you will say, okay, this condition is satisfying. X could be 1, and y could be 9. Then but they are asking maximum possible. So you will say, okay, if I take x1, and this means 2x would be 2 plus y is equal to 9. So that is 11. I got the 11 value. That is fine. But is there 11 maximum value? You will say it is not even given the option. You will say, okay, let us try the next one. 2. So this is how much? Again, you will say 8 more, right? 10. This has to be 11 because the z is 1 extra. So the x plus y is how much? 12. And z plus 5 is how much? 16. So here also you will say, okay, fine. And you see, okay, your x2x plus y value is increased. You will say, okay, why not take one more number? 3. This will be 11. This will be 12. Then x plus y will be 14. And z plus 5 would be 17. Okay, 12 plus 5, 17. This is 4. Right? X 4. Right? Then this will be 12. This will be 13. 4 plus 12 is how much? 16. Okay. And this is 18. So here also you're happy. You're saying, okay, no, not happy, In fact, you are looking for something where this rule will contradict. So you will say, okay, let's take one y, 13. Okay, this will be 14. This is 18. X plus y is 18. And this is 14 plus 5, 19. You will say, okay, this is also here also, right? then you will say, okay, see, you have invested 2 minutes, but no problem. This is 14, this is your 15, x plus y is 20, and this is 20, right? Any problem? Okay, I made some mistake or what? So here it is a contradiction, because this is just equality. It is not greater, because it is, I think, strict. So you will say, see, now once you keep on increasing it, it will never satisfy, because x plus y is now going to be more than that. If you worry that, just check it. 7 is there, 15, it has to be 16. This is how much? 15 plus 7, this is 22, right? And this is 21 only. Okay, so now you can see in the all other cases, x plus y is going to be greater than z plus y. So you will say my correct row is this one. So you will take x is equal to 2x is how much? You will take 2 into 5. 2 into 5 plus 13, that is 23. So your answer would be B. Okay, I understand this was a difficult lecture, but again, you have to expose your mind to such questions. And I would like to remind you once again about our CSAT program, self-assessment test launching on 8 July. Let us claim once again, this is a very high value product. Fees are so less, very rationalized fees. The test is there. You have, wonderful, you will get wonderful study material, quality teaching, right? If any questions are there, please write in comment. We will bring more lectures for you on expected question in CSAT 2024. Thank you very much.